Today's my topic is comparison between Alexander Pop and Wordsworth. My details. What is neoclassicism? Neoclassicism is a movement that drew innovations from the classic Greek Roman age. The scholars of this pride attend to emulate the style of Greek and Romans. Neoclassicism got response against the Renaissance, which was between 1660s and 1790.
Yes. Yeah.
What is Romanticism? Romanticism is an abstract movement that started around 1789. The fundamental elements of the movement is its accutations on the creative mind, subjectly inspiration, and the human emotion. The romantic movement drew innovations from medieval and Baroque prides, and its a primary topic were nature, life, and love. Comparison between a neoclassical versus romantic. The first feature is neoclassicism and the second is romanticism. Neoclassical and comparison neoclassical and romanticism. Neoclassical influence Greek, Roman. Romanticism is medieval Oriental. Values of order and balance, values emotions and imagination, cues reaction against Rocco, reaction against neoclassicism, theme age of reason, theme age of passion, style lunar painting, and unrealistic painting. What are the main difference between neoclassicism and romanticism? Neoclassicism and Romanticism are frequently viewed as reactionary movements that arose from different historical prides. The principal distinctions between neoclassicism and the romanticism is that neoclassicism follows the objective reasons and the intellect, while romanticism stress of human creativity, nature, and emotions or feelings. The Romanticism movement has influenced various topics, style, and themes. Neoclassicism pays respect to the old style and Greek and Roman art prides. Alexander Pop and Wordsworth comparisons of the poetry Alexander Pop and Wordsworth. The genre of poetry known as the proestal is an ancient form that has undergone of many prominences and the revelations. Two writers for the Proteantals are the English poets Alexander Pope and Williams Wordsworth. The prostals of the Pope are neoclassical poems which Pope attempt to emulate that the Greek and the Roman poets like Homer and Virgil by maintaining Greek figures, writing in heroic couplets and individual in abstractions. Wordsworth, on the other hand, create a more modern way of writing poetry by forcing not the classical masters, but no emotion, reality, and discussing the fundamental truth of human nature. By engaging with both Alexander Pope, the Prostal, and the Williams Worth the Mitchell as the Prostal poem, one can be observed the thematically shift in poetry away from the neoclassical and towards the romantic in both style and the connect, as, especially as it regarded to realism, universities, and the role of the poet as a creator of the work. The first way in which Pope and Wordsworth differ into their treatment of reality. Comparison and contrast of the Williams Wordsworth and Alexander Pope. The work of Williams Wordsworth and Alexander Pope have similarities and the difference. The poems of Wordsworth to the pride of Romanticism, while the Pope inspired the idea of the neoclassicism. The while compared and contract the two artists and the other their poems, the word is too much with used by Williams Wordsworth and the essay on the man Alexander Pop. The first we discuss their lives and the factors that influence their literary work. Later, he there's aforementioned poems will be analyzed and interpreted. The ideas of the Williams Godwin the greatly influenced the life of Wordsworth and his writing, considering the principle of the Godwin appeal to define during the French Revolution, resisting social injustice. Moreover, the poets strongly believed in the natural submit, whereas submit means the imaginating and the fear of the Prometheans and his work, however, were not deeply forced on their nature upsides. To the writing by Pope's Wordsworth poems are brief and the dramatic somewhat declined. To his below his sister Dorothy in some work he glorifies plants, birds, and other elements of nature, divine design. Other poems describe the lives of hollow countryside, the flock showing the simple truth and human character. The author believed that poetry is not philosophical, is all writing that aims at attempting and vibrating truth in the hearts, though the abroad and the patience. My resource. Thank you.
Hello, Chanvi. You mentioned I will ask you questions. The pop style of writing is a simple or a classic?
Simple. Pop style writing is simple.
Anyway, my question is, do you find any similarities between neoclassicism and romanticism?
No, I'm not finding the similarity neoclassicism and romanticism. Why? Because of neoclassicism is the objectly and is not depend to nature, human feelings and not love. And a romantic era is dependent on nature.